We are live. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the third session of today's webinar, which is Shaping the Future of Pharmacy, New Trends and Opportunities under the aegis of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Sir Dr. MSG COPER, organized by the Department of Pharmacology. So the third speaker for today is Ms. Bhagyashri Kulkarni, ma'am, who is a research associate at Intas Biopharmaceuticals Ltd, Gujrat. And ma'am's topic is navigating the biopharma landscape and introduction to the industry. To tell you something about ma'am's educational qualification is she has secured 8.56 CGPA in MS Pharma Biotechnology at Naipur, Ahmedabad. She is our esteemed alumni of the college. She has done BPharm from GESS Sir Dr. MS Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nashik. She has done her HSC and SSC from SMRK Junior College, Nashik. To tell you about ma'am's work experience, ma'am is currently a research associate at Intas Biopharmaceuticals Ltd, Ahmedabad. She was also a research associate at Lupin Limited in Pune. She was a senior officer at Sun Pharmaceutical Industries Limited, Vadodara, Gujarat. About ma'am's awards and achievements, she has qualified NIPER JEE with All India rank 304. She has also qualified GPAT with All India rank 250. She has won the Academic Excellence Award in the year 2013-14 in pharmacy from Honorable Sir Dr. MS Gosavi sir. So she has also won the second prize in National Pharmacy Week Problem Solving Competition. She was selected for state level poster presentation in Avishkar, which is a poster presentation competition by SPPU. She has won third prize in state level Sanjeevni Avishkar research competition. Along with that, she has also won poster presentation at Met Explorer. She has participated in national conference at CPSBT held on 21st and 23rd of March 2018. She has participated in one-day seminar on medical devices, current needs and solutions organized by NIPER A. So, ma'am, I'd like to pass the session over to you on your topic,
Okay.
navigating the biopharma landscape and introduction to the industry. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Okay. So my screen is visible. Presentation is visible.
Yeah. Your presentation is visible. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So hello everyone. My today's topic, and first of all, sorry, thank you GES MS Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research for inviting me to the talk. I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I'm very thankful. So I'm not going to waste the time because it's already late. I'm straight gonna start the topic. So my today's topic is navigating the biopharma landscape and introduction to the industry. So as you all are pharmacy students, belongs to academic background, my thought was to introduce the biopharma industry and its dynamics to you all, so it can help you in the future. Okay. So I'm going to make you understand the dynamics and future trends of current biopharma industry. Okay. So coming to the next slide, introduction of biotechnology. So we are going to cover the definition and scope of biopharma industry. So what biopharma industry does and how it is different from the pharmaceutical industry. So biopharmaceutical industry involves the use of biotechnology. As you all are aware, what is biotechnology? To develop the to develop and manufacture medical therapies and diagnostic processes. So as you all know, in the pharmaceutical industries, we use chemical synthesis process and intermediate to make the drug. Here we are using living systems such as mammalian cells, bacteria or yeast for expression system. And from that we are obtaining our product. It is a more complex procedure than the pharmaceutical industry. There are different aspects of this biopharma. I'm going to take one by one. First is manufacturing. Manufacturing involves the complex process to formulate the biopharmaceutical. It ensures high-end quality and safety standards because our ultimate aim to serve the patient. Then there is distribution. There is global distribution network to provide our healthcare products globally through the patient. Then there is innovation. Here we are R&D scientists are involved in the innovation, and academic people are also involved in the innovation. The innovation is a current need, and there are different innovation done in the biopharma industry, such as genetic engineering, cell culture technologies, and bioprocessing. In cell culture technologies, you can take example of newly evolved single cell technologies, where from single cell we are obtaining the protein and then we are purifying it. There is day-to-day update in the bioprocessing technologies and purification technologies. After that, let's come to the regulatory compliance. As our final aim is to serve the patient in different countries, regulatory compliance is very important. For different countries, we have to serve to different regulatory bodies, and we have to make sure that we are complying to their requirements. Authorities, example, you can take FDA. Then for European countries, there is EMA, which ensures safety and efficacy of biopharmaceutical products. Then comes research and development. In the industry, research and development department is very crucial because it focuses on continuously discovering new drugs, including monoclonal antibodies, recombinant proteins, and vaccines. Okay. Hope you all got the overview of biopharma. Coming to the next slide. What are the key products? Okay, so you all got introduction, but what are the key products of biopharma? So starting with the first one, which are monoclonal antibodies, also called as MAbs. These are highly selective antibodies which are against the target specific antigen in the body. Okay, here you can see there is a diagram of monoclonal antibodies attaching to the antigen. So when there is, for example, when there is cancer in someone's body, the factors like VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor, and different growth factors are overexpressing because there is increase in the cell growth. Okay, so monoclonal antibodies, for example, aflibercept, can bind to that VEGF factor. It is against that VEGF factor, so it will bind to that growth factor and it will inactivate it, or it will stop the growth of that factor, so it will prevent the cancer. Then there are recombinant proteins. Recombinant protein, for example, you can take example of insulin. This is genetic manipulation of the same protein for therapeutic use. Insulin is widely used and it has used in the diabetes for saving the life of billion people. Then vaccines. Vaccines are also crucial part of biopharma industry. It provides immunity against the specific diseases. Example is polio and rabies. So what is the impact of these healthcare products? These products are life-saving, life-enhancing, and gives the treatment against various diseases like cancer, diabetes, and infectious disease. Again, it has a major impact on the economy because biopharma industry is a significant contributor to the global economy through creation and innovation and healthcare improvement. Okay. If anyone has any doubt, you can stop me in between. I can answer that. Okay. Then I'll go to my next slide. Historical background. I'll navigate you through the historical background of how biopharma is evolution. So early beginning of biopharma is way back in 19th century, where the first products such as vaccines are developed using the help of biotechnology. Then the first biopharmaceutical product was insulin. It's still saving the life of billion people using DNA recombinant technology. After that, in 1980s to 1990s, there were modifications and development of genetic engineering and development of monoclonal antibodies, which are revolutionary technology. After that, in 2000, there was introduction of advanced bioprocessing techniques and cell culture technologies, which are still widely used. Coming to the modern era, to this generation, now there are personalized medicines which are tailored for specific use of that patient, because gene editing and genome mapping of every patient is different. Then there are gene and cell therapies. Then there are biologics which are customized for suited to that different patient. Okay. Now we'll go to next slide. Industry structure. Here is the list of major biopharma companies. which are involved globally, such as Pfizer, Roche, Johnson and Johnson, Novartis, and Merck. The different products of these companies are worldwide used, and some of them are novel and some of them are biosimilar. After that, there is the role of startups is very important in this industry, because the startup provides innovation, agility. Startups can be collaborative. Academia is also involved in the startup. So academia industrial collaboration is involved in the startup, and it gives the funding and growth and contributes to the economy. Okay, then you can take the examples of innovation startups, as I have mentioned. Forge Biologics, then there is Orna Therapeutics and Exens Asia. Coming to my next slide, market segment of pharmaceutical versus biopharmaceutical. The basic difference between pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical, as you all know, what are the pharmaceuticals? These are the chemicals developed through developed through chemical synthesis process. These are manufactured in the lab by using chemical reaction. There is component A, there is component B, and the component C is formed along with different intermediates. And these are mostly small molecules. Example is aspirin, antibiotics, statins, some synthetically generated peptides. These are smaller molecule, easier to produce and replicate. Okay. Now coming to the biopharma industry, biopharmaceuticals are the drug derived from biological source, as I have earlier said, like living cells, mammalian cells, bacterial cells. They are cloned inside the vector, and that vector is then inserted into the bacterial cells, and it has been grown in that, and then it is cultivated, purified, and then it is formulated. Okay, so procedure is slightly complex to understand compared to pharmaceuticals. It uses different technologies, including genetic engineering, cell culture technology. For example, is insulin, antibiotics, antibodies, and vaccines. Characteristic of these biopharma molecules is this: they are larger and complex molecules and often specific in action and harder to replicate. It is very difficult to produce the biopharmaceutical, which is similar to the innovator. It is not as that easy as that of pharmaceutical, because it is harder to replicate and more complex procedure is involved. Because these are very specific in action, they are they are against some specific antigen. They don't go bind anywhere. Okay. In my next slide, I'll show you with the example. Okay. To understand the complexity, you can see there is size and complexity. For a small molecule in aspirin, there are 21 atoms. Then there is a larger molecule such as HCG. HCG is a hormone, 3000 atoms around. And then there is a biologics, that is monoclonal antibodies. You can see that is 25,000 atoms. That is 150 kDa IgG antibody is there. How complex it is, you can see below that. When you are comparing the small molecule, it is like a bicycle. It is easy to manufacture, easy to run. Okay. When compared it to the larger molecule, car, you can understand the complexity. It is difficult to manufacture. Engineering is difficult. But when you are coming to the biologics, it is like a private jet carrying this much pressure, and very complex procedure is involved. So I wish this example help you to understand the difference. Now I'll explain you what is the typical procedure in an industry to manufacture the biopharmaceutical. So in this diagram, you can see different steps of the biopharmaceutical manufacturing technology. On the top, as you can see, there is a plate or stock culture at -80 degrees. So when the genome of interest or the sequence of our interested proteins is cloned inside the vector, and it is cultured in the mammalian cells or bacterial cells, then that culture is taken. It is expressed in the flask, and the cells are grown to get more product. Okay. After that, there is inoculum preparation. The cylindrical diagram you can see, third one, is the bioreactor, small scale bioreactor. After that, there is a large scale bioreactor. and the rotating shaft inside that, it is an impeller or peddler to maintain the sufficient conditions for cells to grow, which includes temperature, pH. Then there is the media feed, everything that is controlled by the upstream processing technology. After that, there is a centrifugation or filtration step. So what happens there? The cells which have grown, which contains our product of interest, are then harvested by centrifugation technology. Okay, the supernatant is removed and the cell debris are precipitated. In the supernatant, our product is there. After that, there comes the role of downstream processing team. What does downstream processing team do? Downstream processing team take that harvest from upstream processing team and it processes it with different chromatographic techniques. These are the chromatographic techniques, but not analytical chromatographic techniques. These are preparative chromatographic techniques on bigger columns and at bigger scale. Okay, so they load that harvest on the affinity column. Then there is cation exchange chromatography, and by using different chromatography techniques, they get you a purified product by removing the host cell protein and host cell DNA, because this system is expressed in the mammalian or bacterial cell. So its own protein will also contribute to our product of interest. So we need to get them removed. That's why downstream purification teams performs different chromatography techniques to get you a purified product. After purification of the product, there is viral inactivation. Different membranes and filter are available in the market of latest technology to remove the virus. After virus inactivation, there is virus filtration. Then there is a polishing chromatography step to get you a more purified product. After that, you can see there is dye filtration. What is dye filtration does? So if your strength of the product is 120 mg per ml and whatever purified product you got is around 80 mg per ml, you have to dye filter it and then concentrate it to get it into the suitable buffer and get it into the suitable concentration. So you will get it into the, suppose, phosphate buffer pH 7.4 and 120 mg per ml. So you need to concentrate that product to get the desirable concentration. But role does not end here. Then there is a role of drug product formulation department. What they do, so see, these proteins are very sensitive to different temperature and salt conditions. They can't get degrade easily. So to maintain their stability throughout their shelf life, they need to be formulated in specific buffers at specific pH and salt concentration. So what this drug formulation department do? They take the protein and they try out different buffers and different concentration of buffer with different molarity. They will add some surfactants, some protectants to give you the final formulated product. Then there is lyophilization steps involved for solid drugs, and for liquid there is no need for lyophilization. Then happens the quality control and packaging steps, and we get the final biopharmaceutical. If anyone has any doubt, you can ask me in this procedure, manufacturing technology. Okay, I'll move forward then. Yeah. So coming to the innovations in R&D and role of artificial intelligence and machine learning in biopharma, I'm going to focus on AI and ML, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning. As you all know, it is a world of artificial intelligence and machine learning now. It has entered into pharmaceutical and biopharma industry as well. So what is the role of AI and ML in drug discovery? As we are living in a complex world now, different ailments and diseases are increasing, and the resistance towards the existing therapies is also increasing. So there is continuous need to manufacture and develop the new drugs and the new antibodies for this drug, for these diseases. Okay, so artificial intelligence and machine learning databases are helping us to identify the target and lead compound identification. Then there is a role of AI and ML in clinical trial also. It is involved in the database for patient recruitment and trial design. Also, there is a role in manufacturing and supply chain. And the role does not end here. It is also involved in the post-market surveillance. The advanced event detection can be easily done by using the artificial intelligence and machine learning platforms. Also, there is the stability of the product can also be assessed through the artificial intelligence because there are different softwares which are involved, which can predict the stability of your software, which can predict the stability of your drug product, final drug product through different databases. You don't have to actually perform the stability. You can get it way back before the stability studies can happen. Okay. So coming to the next slide, product development. I'll explain you the steps in brief which are involved in the product development of biopharmaceutical product. Okay. First is the discovery and development. Discovery and development involves the identification of target. Okay. You need to first identify the biological target for a new drug. What is the disease? How it is happening at molecular level inside your body? What receptors are involved and what chemical pathways are involved? So from that pathways and receptors, you can identify a one target, which is lead target, and after that, we can design the antibody for that, finding the promising molecules to interact with the antibody, with the target. Yes. After that, there is preclinical research. It involves, after your development of product, it involves the in vitro studies and in vivo studies. So what happens in vitro studies? It's testing in the cell culture. So we cannot directly give it to the animals or human beings. So first we try that product on the cell culture. So if it is the cancer product, we try it on the cancer cell line. The cell lines which has cancer, we try it on that and we check the result. After successful completion of in vitro studies, there is in vivo studies which are done in the animal models to assess the safety and efficacy. There can be rat model, rabbit models, etc. After that, there is a role of clinical trials. The clinical trials includes phase 1, which includes healthy volunteers. Then there is phase 2, which assess safety and efficacy in some larger groups. Then there is phase 3. It confirms your effectiveness and it monitors the side effect and compare it with the used treatment in large patient groups. So if there is any treatment which is already available in the market of innovators drug, we can compare our biosimilar to that in the phase 3. Then in the phase 4, there is post-marketing studies to gather the additional information on drug risk, benefit, and optimal use. So by the end of the phase 3, your product can be in the market, and in phase 4, you are doing the post-marketing studies. Okay. After that, there is regulatory approval. Okay. So why regulatory approval is important? Because we are sending or we are sending our drugs to the patient of different countries. So every country has its own regulatory body which governs some conditions for compliance to the pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical industry. So we need to comply to that to ensure the safety and efficacy because we are giving our drug directly to the patients. So regulatory approval involves a new drug application submission (NDA) and this comprises all data from preclinical and clinical studies. Then there is review by regulatory authorities such as FDA and NDA. They decide your approval and post-market surveillance to ongoing the monitoring drug safety. Okay, coming to the next slide. Here we can discuss the market segment of biopharma industry and therapeutic areas. So as you can see in this slide, the different areas I have mentioned. First one is the oncology. Oncology means the cancerous drug which treats the various cancers. The key products in this area includes monoclonal antibodies, CAR T cell therapies, and targeted cell therapies. Okay, because I'll give you the example. There is resistance of some drugs such as cisplatins and some few drugs, small molecules in the cancer therapy, breast cancer. It is widely observed in the India. So there is assistance taken from the biopharma drugs such as pertuzumab or bevacizumab along with a small molecule therapy to eliminate that cancer effectively. It increases survival rate significantly, and the quality of life is also increased in cancer patients. Coming to the second area, immunology. Autoimmune diseases, immune system disorders, skin disorders, which are due to autoimmune diseases, are treated in the immunology sector. The key products are like TNF alpha inhibitor, interleukin inhibitors, and monoclonal antibodies. Example can be tildrakizumab, which is an innovator molecule and it is used in the treatment of psoriasis. Impact is it improves the management of chronic conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, and inflammatory bowel diseases. Coming to the third section, third one is the cardiovascular diseases. It treats the heart-related conditions, prevent the blood clot prevention and heart failure prevention. It increases the mortality. It decreases the mortality rate and improves the quality of life in patients. Coming to the fourth area, that is the respiratory segment. Treatment of chronic respiratory conditions like asthma and COPD is done in this region. Key products are inhaled biologics, monoclonal antibodies targeting respiratory pathways are involved here. It controls the symptoms and reduction in the exacerbation. Last segment is central nervous system. It focuses on the neurological and psychiatric disorders. Biologics for multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's diseases, and depressions are involved in this section. Okay. Coming to the next slide. So, what are market trends? Current market trends in the biopharma industry. So I have listed the different trends. As you can see, there is gene editing breakthrough, RNA therapeutic search, AI in drug discovery, immunotherapy expansion, and digital health integration. So gene editing, as you can see, the example can be your COVID vaccine, which is generated through gene editing. In RNA therapeutic search, what happens? Advancement in mRNA stability and delivery system is done. So here you can take the example of another COVID vaccine, which is developed by Moderna. It was mRNA vaccine. Third one is the AI in drug discovery. So different AI algorithms and predicting used, and different models are used based on database to predicting the drug interaction and side effects. So you don't have to go through the long and throughout the studies to develop the new product. Introduction of AI is very beneficial to save the time and give efficient results. The different IT companies are involved in this. Key players are IBM, Watson Health, and Benevolent AI. After that, fourth is immunotherapy expansion. The personalized cancer vaccines are developed in immunotherapy expansion. Key players are Merck and Novartis. After that, digital health integration. What is digital health integration? It is very new and widely used segment. Different medical devices are introduced to the patient to monitor the your vitals very easily, such as Apple Health, Google Health, and Proteus Digital Health are involved in this. There is different patches or something which is very short medical devices, and it is integrated in your system, and it will continuously give the monitoring of your vitals, such as blood pressure, blood sugar level, etc. So they are very helpful. Coming to my next slide, successful biopharma products. Here is the list of successful biopharma products which are already in the market and which are the saving life of billions of patients. So first one is the Keytruda. Keytruda is the pembrolizumab. It is IgG4 antibody. It is given in various cancers such as melanoma, lung cancer, head and neck cancer. Then there is Chimera. Then Spyranza, Harvoni. Then last one is the Eylea. Eylea is given in the age-related macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, and also it is used in the cancer. Then we are coming to the impact on patient care and market. So what are the advantages and what is actual impact on patients of this biopharmaceutical products? As you can see, it has increased the survival rate in the cancer patient. Then there is a quality of life is improved in the cancer patient and diabetic patients also. Then market growth is also increased. Revenue generation is done through the blockbuster molecules like Keytruda and Harvoni, generated a billions of revenue, and they are driving the growth in the biopharma sector. Again, then there is investment in R&D. This successful breakthrough drug has led the increased investment in R&D from different biopharmaceutical companies. And finally, coming to the healthcare transformation, new treatment paradigm. So till the past many years, only the pharmaceutical industry and pharmaceutical drugs, small molecule drugs, are involved in the treatment of diseases. Not only a small diseases, but the bigger diseases like cancer and diabetes and the COVID, newly discovered diseases. But due to the biopharma industry, there is a new whole paradigm is evolved for the treatment of these incurable diseases. There is access to advanced therapies to the patient. Now a patient can access the advanced therapies like gene therapy, cell therapies, map therapies compared to the previous therapy, and it has a more success rate. Okay. So that's it. This was the little bit about the biopharma industry. I hope you got everything. So any questions?
Thank you, Bhagyashri ma'am. I guess we have one
Yeah.
question from Rohit Panchal, and it is,
Yeah.
what about the ANDA, abbreviated new drug application? I guess he means, what about the ANDA of biopharmaceuticals is what I guess.
Mostly, I'm dealing with the biosimilars, which are not innovative products, but they are already in the market, which are generated by the innovator companies, and we are developing the biosimilar, like copy of that product. So we don't have to file the ANDA.
Okay, okay. So I guess this was the only question. So
Okay.
Bhagyashri ma'am, I would like to thank you for your time and thank you for
Thank you.
delivering such a wonderful session. It was very informative, and I'm very much sure that all the attendees and everyone who attended the seminar enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And from our college, Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, please accept please accept
Yes.
this certificate as a token of appreciation for your time and for your session. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the coordinators and principal sir, Pingay sir and Lambure sir for inviting me for such a good talk. I'm really very grateful for this opportunity. And I'm alumni of this college, and I'm very happy that I can come back and give something to the students of pharmacy. I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
Yes. Now I would like Lamboy sir to give the vote of thanks.
Okay.
So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Vijay Lambore, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacology, MSG Copper. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for today's enriching one-day national webinar. On behalf of Gokhale Education Societies, Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who contributed to make this event a grand success. First and foremost, I would like to thank our distinguished speakers for sharing their invaluable insights and expertise with us today. Dr. Mrs. Ganga Srinivasan, Professor, Vivekanand Education Societies, College of Pharmacy, Chembur, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Thank you, Madam, for your enlightening us with your profound knowledge on the topic demystifying pharmacy as a profession in near future. Dr. Chirag Desai, Associate Professor, GM Bilakia College of Pharmacy, Vapi, Gujarat. Sir, your session on pharmapreneur turn problem into opportunity was both engaging and inspiring to all participants. Ms. Bhagyashri Kulkarni, Research Associate, Intas Biopharmaceuticals Ltd, Ahmedabad, Gujrat. Ma'am, we are grateful to you for your practical insights on navigating the biopharma landscapes and introduction to the industry. I would especially thank our Honorable Dr. and Mrs. Dipti Deshpande Madam, Secretary, Gokhale Education Society, Nasik, for her persistent support and the guidance force in organizing such meaningful events. I would take this opportunity to express my deep regards to our beloved Honorable Shri Shailesh Gosavi Sir, Establishment Director, Gokhale Education Society, and the backbone of our institution for his everlasting guidance and moral support. A special thanks to our favorite and respected Dr. Sunil V. Amrutkar sir, principal of this college, for his encouragement and motivation to arrange such kind of events. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Prashant L. Pingle, Vice Principal and IQAC in charge for his guidance and backing to make this webinar successful. To the participants, thank you for your enthusiastic engagement throughout the webinar as we have achieved the milestone of 1,824 registrations for this event. Your presence and active participation have been the heart of this event. We hope the knowledge shared today will be beneficial in your respective arenas. To our dedicated staff, I express my sincere gratitude for your hard work behind the scenes. From organizing webinar to managing the technical aspects, your seamless coordination made this event possible. Once again, thank you all for making this webinar a great success. Have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.